This is Congressman Mike Levin. It's been a very eventful week here in Washington with huge bipartisan wins across the board for the constituents of our district and for greater San Diego. I'm very encouraged that an agreement has been reached on a new trade pact with Mexico and Canada, which includes significant federal resources that I fought for to address pollution in the Tijuana River Valley. This environmental issue has plagued our region for generations, and this funding will take major strides in helping us address health and ecological challenges we face. Along with my colleagues, I made it clear to the Trump administration and House Democratic leadership that it's long past time that we make robust investments in cleaning up polluted water that flows over the border. I'm also pleased to see the agreement includes strong protections for workers, as well as improved labor and enforcement standards. While I intend to support the agreement, USMCA is far from perfect. I'm disappointed that the deal fails to meaningfully address climate change and include stricter environmental standards, but make no mistake, while the climate crisis is the defining issue of our time, and I think future trade agreements must take stronger steps to address environmental priorities, this agreement was a huge win for our district and for our region. Ultimately, I think that the USMCA, with committed resources to address the Tijuana River Valley, will improve the quality of life for workers and businesses in the area, in the greater San Diego area, and I look forward to supporting this agreement in the House. In other news, I'm also thrilled that the National Defense Authorization Act includes $128 million for critical infrastructure projects at Camp Pendleton. This funding, as well as other provisions of the NDAA that I push for, like protections for military families and private housing, will help ensure that our service members have the resources and support they need to defend our country. This is another big bipartisan win for our district. Yesterday, the House passed H.R. 3, which also included my legislation that invests billions over the next 10 years in the National Institutes of Health for biomedical research. Southern California is home to some of the world's foremost biomedical research institutions, which work to improve the quality of life for people across the country. This legislation recognizes our moral imperative to make robust investments in medical research to develop cures and to save lives. Finally, this week, I spoke out against the Trump administration's refusal to take preventative action against common illnesses in migrant detention centers. Already, 3 children have died from the flu while in CBP custody. Instead of playing politics with migrant families, the administration needs to start listening to medical professionals who are at the border right now and ready to administer flu shots. Lastly, I'd like to say a word about the articles of impeachment against the president. The American people have heard the facts, and those facts are uncontested. The president abused the power of his office for personal and political gain at the expense of our national security. The president has left us no choice but to act and uphold the rule of law, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Thank you.